This is gonna be a video tutorial on how to install a wireless PlayStation controller on your computer using the SCP drivers and using two Bluetooth modules. Now, the reason for using two Bluetooth modules is that once you install SCP drivers and connect a Bluetooth module with the PlayStation controller, that Bluetooth adapter, if you will, it's gonna be permanently attached to any PlayStation controller that you connect to the computer. Now the problem with that is if you try to use any Bluetooth device like a headset, mouse, keyboard, it's not going to be recognized by the Bluetooth adapter because the PlayStation drivers, if you will, are doing their work. So we're going to use a second Bluetooth device, or second Bluetooth adapter I should say, so it handles Bluetooth devices, and the other one is going to handle the PlayStation controllers independently. Now the trick is that you need to install one at a time, or the computer is going to hang and you're going to have driver issues because it's like the two Bluetooth adapters are fighting each other trying to install. So what you're going to need is two Bluetooth adapters that work, or if you have a motherboard that has a integrated Bluetooth adapter and a USB adapter, and you have a second USB adapter, that's gonna work too. In my case, I have a Asus Maximus 6 motherboard that has a integrated Wi-Fi Bluetooth combo module, so I'm gonna use that for my Bluetooth devices like my headset, and I'm gonna use a IO Gear USB Bluetooth adapter for my PlayStation controllers. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna connect your PlayStation 3 controller to your computer using a USB cable. It's going to install, and you should get a notification balloon or pop-up here in the lower left corner. Mine was already connected, so you didn't saw the installation thing. Anyways, after that's done, what you're going to do is you're going to install the primary Bluetooth adapter, the one that you're not going to use for the controllers, and install the drivers. So connect it into your USB if you have a USB one, or if you already have one installed in your motherboard, just go download your drivers and install them. So I already pre-downloaded my Bluetooth drivers. I'm just gonna install them. If you bought a USB one and it didn't came with any Bluetooth drivers, or the web page doesn't have any drivers, it doesn't matter. Just connect it to your computer right now and let Windows handle the driver installation. It usually will get some Bluetooth drivers from the Windows update, and that should work. So right now I'm just gonna wait until the Bluetooth software install the drivers for my motherboard Bluetooth module, and we'll be back for the next step. Okay, so as you can see, the installation is almost complete, and I got a notification here saying that my device is ready to use. So that means that our primary adapter for the Bluetooth devices like headsets and stuff is already set up. So next step, what we need to do is we need to unplug that installed Bluetooth adapter so it doesn't conflict with the second one. So if you have a USB one, unplug it. If you have a motherboard adapter like I do, what you need to do is go into Device Manager in Windows, just type it in search, or go into your control panel, and then once you're in Device Manager, go into Bluetooth Radio and look for your Bluetooth module, right click and hit disable and say yes. Now disabling it is the equivalent of unplugging it from your computer, And you need to do this because if you do not unplug it, you're going to probably crash your PC or get an error when installing the second one. And this is very, very important. Okay, so once it's disabled like this, you're going to plug in your second Bluetooth module. So I'm gonna get my little USB dongle here, and I'm gonna go in one of the PC's USB ports. This is gonna be tricky because I have to do it in the back of the computer. Okay, so there we go. So once you plug it in, it's going to install the device driver again, and it's going to say it's ready. So once it's ready, you're ready to install the SCP driver. So go into the SCP driver webpage. I'm gonna put links down below in the video description, or you can Google SCP driver and it should take you to the wiki page. So download the zip file containing the driver package. Gonna open it up, and you're gonna have a SCP server folder. Open that up, and you want to extract this bin folder. So go into your C drive or your desktop or whenever whatever place you want to have that driver installed. Make a folder and just drag drop that bin folder into that other folder, and it's already installed. So I have mine installed in my C drive on program files because I kind of organized. Anyways, once you have it installed, you're gonna have all of these files inside. So what you want to do is you want to right click the SCP driver and run as administrator. Now this is important because if you're using Windows 7 or Windows 8, it's not gonna let you install anything if you're not running as an administrator. So click there, and inside what you want to do is click force install and leave the other check marks and hit install. Now you need to click force install because some Bluetooth modules do not want to install because the Bluetooth driver that they're using prevents them for doing certain stuff, and so in order to prevent any issues, click force install and click install. Okay, so once it's done, you're gonna have this message here. Install summary says SCP DS3 service, bus device, bus driver, DS3 USB driver, and most importantly it says Bluetooth driver. Now this line is important because this means that the Bluetooth module was successfully installed. So click exit and then run the SCP monitor. You're gonna get a window like this, and it's gonna say USB, it's charging, pad number 1, that's the controller. So in order to test the Bluetooth connectivity with the controller, just unplug it from your USB cable. It's gonna flash, and there we go, it says full. We still have connectivity, and here's the MAC address for the Bluetooth controller. So now that we have the controller running on Bluetooth, let me test this out. Go into devices and check for the controller. There we go. We have a Xbox 360 controller, and if we go into properties and see, it's working. Analog sticks, D-pad, buttons, triggers. So it's gonna treat it like an Xbox 360 controller, and it should work on all games, DirectX games or whatever. So now that that's done, we need to re-enable or reconnect our first Bluetooth dongle. So if you're done with this and you have a USB dongle, reconnect that primary one. If you're using a motherboard Bluetooth module, go again into Device Manager and right click and hit enable. It should take a while, but once it's done, you're going to have 2 fully functional Bluetooth modules, one separate for your PlayStation controller and a second one separate for any Bluetooth device. So as you can see, it's already enabled, already have the Bluetooth device icon here, so I'm just gonna add a device and show you with my Plantronics, whatever you were gonna call it, Bluetooth headset, that it's working. So I'm gonna pair it. There we go. Bluetooth headset. So if I wanna use it, I just click here, click next, and it's gonna pair. And there we go, it's working. We have working Bluetooth controller with a working Bluetooth module for any other Bluetooth peripherals that we want to use. So that's it. Hope you find this video helpful, and see you in the next video.